What's up, YouTube? Hudson Man 2 here, and ladies and gentlemen, fellow duelists, take a seat and grab some snacks, because today we are divulging into the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, this series is one of the best series on my channel that I've been enjoying for going on 2 years now. And as always, I have to welcome back my two more professors in the art and who are very, fluent in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Introducing...
Hey everybody, it's MLB11XNC22. How you doing?
And this is Brian Dancer, or some of you know me as Ryan346.
And for today's history lesson, we are going to be going over the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anniversary movie, Bonds Beyond Time, which included quite many concepts that we want to talk about today.
Oh, this is going to be so sweet.
So, mind if I explain the story?
Knock yourself out, my man.
Alright, what, Ricky?
Go right ahead.
Alright, I will. Well, here's the schedule for this one. I'm going to explain the story of the movie. We're going to talk about some interesting points in the movie and the movie's villain. So, the Yu-Gi-Oh! 10th anniversary begins by showing us highlights of Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei's exploits throughout their time being, the protagonists. Then, we are shown a sight of the past of Venice, Italy, with Jaden Yuki, who is running away from what appears to be Cyber and Dragon, which we all know is Zane's monster. Now, we don't know how this happens, but we see a strange man standing there talking about Jaden's connection to the spirit realm and to his partner, Winged Karibo, Yubel, and for some reason, Banner. I don't know why Banner's there, but he's there.
As I always say, your guess is as good as mine.
He's just there. But we are then shown the mysterious man then summons one creature, and we all know who this creature is. Stardust Dragon. Now, this not being from the era of GX is quite a shock. So, it fast forwards to show Yusei in bed dreaming of what his father's mistakes and of Domino being blown up. Waking up, all the other signers come in. They talk about how history has changed, and after all that, Yusei goes outside to... No. After he wakes up, he goes outside, relaxes. Then Jack and Crow ask if he wants to go for a ride. And then our mysterious masked man pops again. And we missed a lot of duel, because I would love to see how the duel went between the masked man and Yusei. And all we get is a picture of Junk Warrior and Junk Synchron. Then he attempts to synchro summon Stardust Dragon, which at this point we're like, how is it there and there? But what happens is the masked man holds out a blank card and captures Yusei's Stardust Dragon. Sadly. After this, we are shown... then it's the scene I was talking about how he's with his friends and the other signers, and they see history has changed. Then, New Domino begins to collapse, and the Crimson Dragon calls out to Yusei. Then he travels back in time like some kind of Back to the Future ripoff thing. On a bike, instead of a DeLorean, he's riding a bike, but whatever. It is what it is. And then we are got back to the point where Jaden is going, quote unquote, dueling this other guy, who I will not say the name yet because I'd rather get to that point in the story.
Exactly.
So then, Yusei saves Jaden from the masked man, and then they talk a little bit. And what ends up happening after that is that we are flashed to the past. In the era of the King of Games, Yugi.
Yep.
And I'll explain some weird plot holes after I explain the story.
Right.
Now, During this whole thing, then the Masked Man pops back using Rainbow Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Cyber End Dragon to kill Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had it coming. Karma. He got that's what happens to him. I mean, after everything he did, right? But then again, he got all the pain he wanted with Bakura, but that's besides the point. Then after that, Yusei and Jaden come back, rescue Yugi from being killed, and then not kill. They grab him, go back in time just before the Masked Man attacks, and then they challenge him to a duel where he reveals his name as Paradox, who is from the future coming back in time to stop Duel Monsters, because Duel Monsters has destroyed the Earth somehow. I don't know how, but it has. I mean, I don't know what era. I mean, this is after 5Ds, I'm going to guess, and by his style of dual disc, I would say it's in the Zexal era. Maybe Yuma or somebody. Maybe what?
I said, yeah, that would be my guess as well.
Because his dual disc reminds me a bit of Kite's.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how Kite just has that little moon-shaped thing?
Exactly, yeah.
But they end up dueling, and of course, the protagonists win because they always win.
Yeah.
And they forge a bond that hopefully will last through time, and hopefully they will meet again. And that is the end of, well, the summarization of the Bonds Beyond Time plot. Now, there's a plot hole that I'd like to talk about. What Yugi is this? When does this take place?
Mm-hmm.
Because, in my mind, you know who I would think Yugi would summon just to beat up Paradox?
Mm-hmm.
Why not the God cards? Where are they at?
True, very true.
Because...
Sorry if I remember, but I think I have a theory that may shed some light on this.
Yu-Gi-Oh theory.
This has to be the Yugi from Battle City, but he has not attained Slifer yet. Maybe String still has it.
But then what? Some of that doesn't make sense though, considering the way he looks and everything.
Yeah. And if it is Battle City, then how do Jaden and Yus fit into the picture?
I mean, that's just because they went back in time.
Yeah, you do have a point
But
there.
here's one thing that never happened during Battle City. Where did Pegasus come from? Why is Pegasus there? And they were announcing a different tournament. That was a different tournament, remember?
Maybe this is like a Battle City version 2. Maybe this takes place after the the Millennium World arc.
But how is the Pharaoh still there?
Yeah. How is the Tem still there?
Because he's gone. Because him and Yugi have their final duel, and they're gone. And he's gone after the Millennium World.
True.
Exactly.
So what I'm thinking is maybe this takes place after the Grand Championship.
But before the Millennium World.
Correct.
Because I don't really know much about the Grand Championship, but did he use that Twin Magic Burst card or whatever? The one that uses Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl?
That Dark Twin Magic Burst is a movie exclusive.
Yep.
And so is Dark Spiral Force.
But that's one plot hole right there. Another one, okay, let's figure this. If Paradox had his selection on the Malefic monsters, right? I didn't explain that. Malefic monsters are evil versions of the normal monsters, but they can only be on the field if a field spell exists.
Yes.
Now,
and here's something that crossed my mind. When he played Malefic Red Eyes and Blue Eyes, I was kind of thinking, oh, what would Kaiba and Joey think if they saw those?
Well, originally, didn't Joey give Yugi Red Eyes?
Yeah, but at some point he got Red Eyes back.
Eventually, but we never saw that with Yugi giving it back to him.
True, but in Waking the Dragons, he had it back.
Well, wasn't there a scene after Battle City of Yugi versus Joey?
Yeah.
So maybe that was a duel, and Yugi was like, "Hey, you've improved so much. Here's your Red Eyes back."
True. Very, very true.
But the real question is why. But my question is, okay, are Malefic monsters exclusive to dragons, or could he take whatever he wants? Because there are plenty better cards than Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, Rainbow Dragon. I mean, Stardust is still a good synchro, but there's for example, let's say this. Let's assume there's a Quasar, for example, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Now, let's just assume this. Let's assume Quasar exists in this. What about Malefic Quasar? What about Malefic Red Nova? What about those guys?
Help.
There are a lot stronger monsters, and it would have made for a better challenge for the 3 legendary duelists to go up against more powerful monsters. Like, I'm sure you say, since this is after the good one and everything, he would know who Quasar is, right?
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he could. So if, for example, somehow, some way, he's Paradox Soul shooting Quasar, Malefic shooting Quasar would be way stronger.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, that's something we didn't think about. There's so many other cards, but again, if it's exclusive to dragons, there are way stronger dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, doesn't Kaiba have Chaos Imp too? I think he did once.
Yeah, he used it against Siegfried.
So let's think about this. You could get Chaos Emperor from Kaiba. There's so many better dragons. I get it, it's supposed to be the 10th anniversary movie showing the more popular monsters, but there was so much more that could have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Got a point.
Like, there's so many stronger monsters. And another point, Paradox. He has appeared in 5Ds.
He has?
Really?
Yes. What was his name? Z1, was that his name?
Zone.
Zone? There was a guy who, I can't, or it was like M1 or something like that. There was a guy with 1 in his name. In 5Ds. Let's see. Hold on. Give me research again, just like our last history lesson.
Yep.
Not AMD. And what? What was his name? Paradox. Paradox 5Ds. He appeared with someone in 5Ds. Because I did do some research. I've done some research on Paradox because when something interests me, like his backstory interested me.
Or as I would put it, when something catches your eye.
I'm like, hey. Oop, my phone's being retarded. Yay. Just what I always wanted.
Isn't it always?
Yep.
You know, I could just use my Wii U. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Z1, that was his name. He, worked with Z1.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about, right? The big villain of 5Ds?
Oh.
I forgot. What did Z1... He was the, Mech Lord guy, I think.
The Z1...
No, Time Lords.
The Time Lord guy.
Yeah, he were... Let's see... Yeah, because, again, I did some research on him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 5Ds, yes, he did appear in 5Ds. It says, appears at, like, I'm looking him up on the wiki right now. No, wiki. Not the most, you know, credible place to look, but let's see. Right here. 5Ds. I think I have my camera on Skype, correct?
No, you don't. You're even sharing screen.
That's not me. Hold on. Let me pause the recording real quick and turn it on. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I just had to fix something. Okay, now I'm going to show them. You guys can't see this, but do you guys see this picture?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That is Paradox.
Yes,
What
That's what he looks like in 5Ds.
Okay. Dang, I did not know that.
Now, okay, here's what it says in the wiki article for him. Paradox,
Okay.
Paradox was one of the 4 survivors of the Mech Lord genocide, along with Z1 and Antonomy, who eventually discovered a 4th survivor, Evporia. Together, the 4 of them had conducted many experiments in order to prevent the genocide, but alongside with Antony and Aporia, eventually died from natural causes and were placed in castles, leaving Z1. Him and the other 2 died, leaving only Z1. Like right here, you guys can see the picture. This picture of the death of the original Paradox.
Oh, dang.
Because I mean, look at the Paradox. Now here, let's see. Okay, here's the storyline. Okay, here it is. Apparently, that's not even the real Paradox. It says, a robotic copy of Paradox's younger self was made by Z1 and sent back in time in an attempt to rewrite history and create a better future by eliminating the creator of Duel Monsters, Maximilian Pegasus. If the popularity of Duel Monsters fell, it would cause a domino effect on the timeline, resulting in none of the Duel Academies ever being found, to inspire the following generations to pursue even greater achievements such as New Domino City, Turbo Duels, and Inner D. Worse, lives would be snuffed out by the changes. If couples were brought together by Duel Monsters, then the new timeline would result in a lack of offspring had by the couples. Paradox was fully aware of the consequences, but believed it was necessary as many great evils that threaten the world, Yami Merrick, the Great Leviathan, Zork, the Shadow Riders, the Light of Destruction, Night Shroud, Dark Stars, etc., used Duel Monsters in their attempt to destroy it. He overlooked that if Duel Monsters never existed, evil beings would have tried different ways to accomplish their plans. At least with Duel Monsters, the chance of fighting back was there. I'm basically reading the plot, but whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paradox traveled to the New Domino City during Yusei's time. He interrupted a turbo duel between Jack, Yusei, and Crow. Yusei had just summoned Stardust Dragon, but Paradox absorbed it into a blank card. He showed Yusei the corrupt card when confronted before vanishing into time again. He traveled further back in time to Venice during Jaden's time, causing massive destruction. Paradox attacked Jaden with Cyber End, Rainbow, and Rainbow Dragon. Elemental Hero Neos protected Jaden, so Paradox summoned Stardust to fight Neos. However, Yusei had traveled back in time with the help of the Crimson Dragon, arrived and saved Jaden. Okay. Though unsure of how Yusei followed him back in time and followed him back into the past, Paradox decided to lead the alternations to the timeline, finish him and Jane off. Basically, this is just the plot line of it. So, okay, here we go. Here's a point of it. Okay, Z1 later mentioned Paradox when he explained his plans to Team 5Ds, and Yusei recognized his name and remembers his encounter with him. Z1 revealed that it was him who had sent Paradox to the past. Before he died, Z1 said that by remembering Paradox, Antony, and Aporia's bond, he was able to find the strength to fight by himself, that he considered those 3 to be his family.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Let's see. I'm reading through everything. Okay, here's another one. When Paradox, let's see. Although not explicit in the movie, Paradox is an android, much like Euphoria and Antony. I think that's their names. I'm not sure. He is capable of creating corrupt versions of signature cards of the other characters, of the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Of creating corrupted versions of the signature cards of the other characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, he's capable of merging with Truth Dragon, just like Yami Merrick did with Ra. He's able to steal monsters. And so that is all about Paradox. So basically, he has existed before, so Well, do you guys know the theory about Shadow?
Did you say shoddy?
Shadow.
Shadow?
The hedgehog. Well, the theory with Shadow is that he's an android.
Oh my god.
What was it? I think it was either the events... It was some event of one of the games. Oh, Sonic Heroes, where Shadow fell to the ground in a capsule. That capsule contains the Shadow android. So the Shadow we play as today is an android. That's the theory, though.
Really?
So it's kind of... Well, that's the theory me and one of my buddies had talked about that had been mentioned throughout the games. So Paradox is the same way. The Paradox we see in 5Ds is the original Paradox, the flesh and blood, and the Paradox we see from the past is an android.
Never even knew that.
That's the reason. Well, that's what it said there. So Bonds Beyond Time is canon, confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
But,
dang.
I mean, to be honest...
So my question is, where does Bonds Beyond Time fit? Does it fit after the third season of Keys?
Well, from what I've seen, I'm guessing the final arc of the series is where they go up against Goodwin, right? That's the thing we didn't get dubbed here in America.
No, they go up against Z1.
Oh, so did that ever get dubbed?
Never.
Okay, so that's the part where he mentions about it, and during that, Yusei remembers encountering Paradox.
Yeah.
So Bonds Beyond Time, so the era where they fight Paradox is after the Dark Signers, but before the Mech Lords, before the Mech Lords / Time Lords.
Okay.
Okay, so this takes place after the Dark Steiner arc and before the events of the Mech Lord Emperor arc.
Yes. So, and GX, as we can see by Jaden's attire, because he's wearing his red dual disc, he's wearing the jeans, and his jacket's more like Yusei's jacket.
So this confirms this Jaden is from season 4.
Yes, just because of the way he looks.
So this means the Jaden that we see. This Jaden from Jaden we see, this is the Jaden that just recently defeated Night Shroud.
Yes, and had come back to Duel Academy after his absence after all those years.
Yep.
And plus another thing that we can tell that it's from season 4 is because he's bonded with Yubel.
Yeah.
Concerning he can use the dual-colored eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my question is, and this is another theory, is this after he defeated Night Shroud or before he defeated Night Shroud?
Well, if you look at, again, did he look like that? The way he looks, did he look like that when he fought Night Shroud, the red dual disc and everything?
Yes.
Well...
But the thing is, in the beginning of season 4, Yubel, he forgotten all about Yubel. In the Night Shroud duel, Yubel returned and helped Jaden.
With the dual-colored eyes, right?
Yes.
So that means that Jaden is after the Night Shroud duel.
Okay, so this is just after he defeated Night Shroud with Divine Neos.
And he's come back to Duel Academy, and then he took a trip around the world.
Uh-huh.
So we know. So we've isolated Jaden's place in the timeline and Yusei's place in the timeline.
As now the difficult one.
Yeah.
Yugi and Pharaoh.
Well.
The thing is, the only thing I could think of.
It's after Battle City, but before the Auricalcos arc.
Maybe, but there's just one thing. There's just one question that needs to be answered. Where are the God cards?
Yugi only uses those when he feels, either when he can draw them or when he feels like it's necessary.
Yeah.
Paradox may have been a great evil, but he had his teammates to back him up, so he didn't need the God cards.
True.
I mean,
so then, which Yugi / a Tim are we looking at?
The Yugi slash attempt we're looking at is because I believe the last battle we see during the little prologue
is him versus Merrick.
Yeah, it shows him versus Yami Merrick, beating Yami Merrick and claiming that because he activated Ragnarok. Remember?
Oh,
exactly. Right. Yeah.
Right.
In that little clip, he activated the Ragnarok card and beat him.
And here's the thing: every monster in Yugi's deck took Ra and Merrick. And the thing about Ragnarok is Slifer and Obelisk went with them, so the Egyptian god cards they disappeared. But in return, the real Merrick was spared, and he surrendered the duel, causing the evil Merrick to lose.
But how did at the end of that duel, how did Merrick give Yugi the winged dragon if it was gone? No, that was just during the duel. Once the duel was over, the cards came back.
Yes.
He just didn't need them to fight Paradox because he had Yusei and Jaden to back him up, where he didn't need the god cards.
So
right, and they were all able to use each other's cards because remember Jaden was able to combine Neos with Junk Garna to form Neos Knight.
Now think about this: who do the Egyptian god cards recognize as their true master?
Here's the thing: that'd be the Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, do you really think, as good, as powerful as Jaden and Yusei are, do you really think they could handle the god cards?
Not in the least.
Here, I second the notion. I think here's the thing.
Even though Jaden has beaten Ra.
Here's the thing. Jaden nearly beat Slifer. We can give him credit on that.
Plus, he beat Ra in that one duel, remember, versus the guy?
But here's the thing. He's never faced Obelisk.
Yes, he's nearly beaten Slifer. He's defeated Ra. But Obelisk, well, then again, that guy cheated considering he had Mound of the Bound Creator.
And number one, and here's the thing, he messed up on the chant so badly.
Oh, you have no idea.
So, I'm sorry, people, that we're skipping between the serious stuff, but we're trying to piece things together here. So
basically, here's what we figured. Jaden's is after season 4. Yusei is before the Mech Lord / Time Lord invasion, and Yugi is right after Battle City.
Directly.
And just so I have some idea, with Yus, his is after the World Champion Grand Prix.
No. I think that's like season.
That's season 3, I believe.
No, season 3. No, it goes Duelist Kingdom, Battle City.
No, I said Yus, not you.
Oh.
He means Yusei.
That I do not know. Well, the way is that? Wait. Is that before the? Is that after the Dark Signer art?
Yeah.
Yes, then, because this Yusei, you know what gives us the best hints of all this?
What?
The fact that we see the clips. It shows Jaden beating his last bot, beating Night Shroud. Remember? It shows Yugi beating Merrick, and it shows Yusei defeating Rex.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That shows their points in the timeline.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Okay, I never thought of it that way.
So here's the thing. In that notion, Paradox is in deep trouble because the thing about Jaden is that he just came off of a huge battle against Night Shroud, but the thing about Night Shroud, before he died, he uttered these exact words: "One day I shall be revived."
And then the series ended.
Ooh.
So that brings us a question: will there ever be a season 5 of GX?
But the most thing we're here for. But we've pieced together a timeline. We've found out Paradox's true origins. You know, honestly, I think we've broken open Bonds Beyond Time beyond a shadow of a doubt. We figured out every plot hole in the series.
Yeah, because let's break it down right here. The Yugi we're seeing is right before he battles the Orichalcos.
Okay.
The Jaden we're seeing is the one who just came off of a battle of Night Shroud. The Yusei we're seeing, he just beat Rex Goodwin into the ground.
And Paradox is an android.
Correct. But now, now that we open up time on...
Wait, Android, is it Android 17, 8, is it Android 17, 16, what?
Oh my god!
I'm going to say Super 17 because of his long hair.
Yeah, true.
Except except he found a way to go Super Saiyan.
But now, here's my question about Paradox here. He found a way to merge with Malefic Truth Dragon. This is one theory I've always wondered. Where did he come up to do that?
He's an android. He confused with and since his monsters are real because it's a shadow duel, because you lose your soul in a Malefic duel. He obviously has some kind of power since he's an android.
True.
Or if you want to, okay, let's think about it this way then. Let's assume this way, if this sounds any better. He turns it, since he's an android, he has the power to interface with technology, correct?
Okay.
What are the images of a dual disc?
Oh my god.
No, what are they? When they appear, what are they?
Well, number one,
they're holograms, virtual projections. Let's assume this. If he's an android, he can hack into his own dual disc and either let it be the image or actually him doing it where he fuses with his virtual monsters.
Oh my gosh, I never thought of that.
Me either. Dang.
But there's easily excuse with Merrick, since he's magical and he has the ability, since he makes his monsters real. I mean, that kind of makes sense that the fact that Merrick was able to fuse with Ra, because he made the monster real, so the fusion makes sense.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Merrick himself, as a human, without the Millennium could not fuse with Ra.
So it's mystical powers through the rod.
Yes, it has to be the Millennium Rod.
Okay, so we've broken open so much.
Because the Millennium Rod has the power to control the Shadow Realm.
Just like every other Millennium.
And the thing about the Millennium Rod, that gives Merrick easy access to go to and from the Shadow Realm as he pleases.
So it could have been an illusion that he fused with Ra.
Well, we don't know exactly sure.
Because the Shadow Realm does allow illusions to be created.
Yeah, and if you remember, everything in the Shadow Realm is real, including the cards themselves. There's even creatures in the Shadow Realm.
I mean, you mean like those little mites that Fate Millennium guy got in GX that he got eaten by?
Here's the thing, that is from the Shadow Realm.
Of course. The Shadow Realm got mad at him and is like, hey, you're faking me, I'm gonna kill you.
But anyway, we're off topic, people. Let's get back to the Bonds Beyond Time.
Well, we've already broken open Bonds Beyond Time. We have the timeline pieced together. We've figured out every theory and solidified it.
I think the only thing left to do is talk about the Malefic cards themselves.
So, the Malefic...
Starting with Malefic World.
It allows you to add... Instead of drawing, you're allowed to add one random Malefic monster from your deck to your hand, and you are able to control multiple Malefic monsters.
Yes. So pretty much that allows him to easily get any Malefic monster he wants.
Yeah.
Let's see, I believe that's the actual... Well, it's a random... Well, I don't know how you randomly add a card.
Well, the thing is...
on the real card's your opponent, but let's see...
Well, the thing in the movie, the dual disc randomly picked a card out.
Yeah, but on the actual card, because I have it in front of me, it says choose. Okay, When this card stays up on the field, you can activate this effect instead of conducting a normal draw during your draw phase. Choose 3 Malefic cards from your deck and have your opponent pick one of them at random and add them to your hand. Shuffle the rest into your deck. So honestly, you could select 3 good Malefics and make it hard for your opponent to choose. While in the anime, he always seemed to get it anyway because anime logic.
Yeah. But there's one thing that I did like about the movie.
What?
During the credits, it played everyone's theme.
Uh-huh. I like that.
And they played in, I guess you could say, chronological order.
So they played Yugi's, then they played Yu-Gi-Oh!, then GX, then 5Ds.
Uh-huh.
Now, since we pretty much busted it open, before we end this lesson, I would like to open a class discussion for the comments. Even since I don't have that many people, but I'm still happy for what I got. But for future generations, here is a class assignment.
Nice.
What if they were to create another anniversary movie, let's say for 30 or 40 year anniversary, even the 50-year anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! If Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still around, right?
And I'm guessing you're just using these numbers as examples?
Yes. How?
Thought so.
Again, this is an assignment for future viewers or anybody that sees this. Where would Yuma fit if they were to do this again?
Oh, good Lord.
Well, knowing Yuma...
Well, I mean, no. This isn't for us to discuss. It's for viewers.
Oh, okay.
If they got this thought.
We can discuss this after the video.
Yes.
I do want to bring up one question, though. Now, if I'm correct, now the thing is, since I know a little bit about the Zone versus Yusei battle, I do know for a fact this is the last battle Yusei will ever have, and directly after that battle, many years after that, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Even though there's no reference to it, and the only thing in Zexal is Xyz summoning.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Zexal...
Although, wait, Stardust is a stone card. Or a statue, because remember in the statue area, Stardust is there.
Mm-hmm. That place is to honor legendary monsters used by legendary duelists. So if I'm correct, Zexal takes place like maybe 30, 40, 50 years after the events of Yusei versus Z1.
Which is probably why there aren't any other summoning methods, because they've become obsolete to Xyz summoning.
Mm-hmm.
Considering all you need is 2 monsters, you don't need a tuner or anything. There's no special requirements. All you have to do is have the correct like for Utopia or any other generic, all you have to do is overlay and done.
Now, here's the thing you guys did not know. In the Zexal manga, Yuma did encounter a duelist that did a synchro summon.
Really?
Yes.
Did it throw him off?
Yeah, because it would be the first time Yuma's ever encountered synchro summoning.
Who was it and what did they summon?
I don't remember.
I'll have to look into that in a bit.
I think it was the Line Monster archetype.
I'll look into it though, but I think that's all. I think it's about time for class to let out. Don't you guys think?
Yep, I think. Hey, Brian, buddy.
Yeah.
Would you like good sir to lead us out?
Yep. This is line 346, wishing you all a fond farewell, best luck in all your duels, and I am not sure when I'll be seeing you, because I am going to be helping out a few people.
Well, you'll be popping up every now and then.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Because you got to be around for when we do Arc V once it's done.
Oh, trust me. Trust me, people. We will be around. You can.
And plus, when we get a chance, we've got to do.
Don't spoil it. We have projects.
Yeah.
That's all that's being said.
Yep. I'll keep my mouth shut until we finish recording.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is MLB 11XNC22 saying, see you later.
and the head teacher, Hudson Man 2. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a like. Let us know what we missed about the series, or if we screwed up our theories. If so, let us have it. Come at us. We want the feedback.
Yep.
Now, can we all say it together this time, Robert?
You mean my little closer?
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3.
Class
Dismissed.
dismissed.